Jack here, JBF Music and Guitar Lessons. And what I've got for you here are these three iconic David Gilmour licks from his epic soaring Pink Floyd solos with tabs which are up on patreon.com/JBF Music. So where can you even begin to try and get in the Gilmour ballpark? Well, let's try and find out by taking a look at Comfortably Numb, The Wall Part 2 and Wearing the Inside Out. Make sure to subscribe to the enable all notification stuff with the bell and the clicky things to be kept up to date with new content, and join the Lick Squad Elite. Another Brick in the Wall Part 2's guitar solo starts off with a kind of pretty straight up blues or rock and roll lick. So you might rake into this note. There's a lot of compression on the sound, so I might just be hearing that kind of that happens when you use a lot of compression. So you've got this note anyway. You're pulling off. Tiny little quarter tone bend on this note actually. Then you're doing this. Full tone bend. So what I'm tending to do here actually is just do the little quarter tone with that finger, and then for the full bend switch to a reinforced bend. So you might find it easier to use the same finger or do a reinforced bend for both of them. That's just what worked best for me. But yeah, after that tone bend, just these two notes here. And tone bend, hold it and bring in some vibrato. Adding vibrato to bends is a whole topic by itself, so feel free to dive into the tutorial up there on how to get them sounding good. You can get that with the aforementioned little eye. The bend sort of dies out, so there's a bit of pause in the bar, a bit of space, and then here I'm barring the 10th fret with my first finger. I'm pretty much just aiming for the G and the B strings, letting the direction of the strum take care of the ghost notes and brackets. So you're going down, up, muted down, I think this is here, play at your own discretion, up. So you have this. So that part of the lick in isolation. We have some string noise, which I just kind of did a little ghost note, just a mute hit on that B string. Then we got a tone bend. You want to mute that bend. Probably some pick muting, so a lesson on how to do that in 60 seconds with the eye up there. Then because we've got the string already bent, we're just hitting it again. So it's kind of pre-bent by a tone, then we're just going to push it up by another tone to get that monster 2 bends. I held that string for far too long while I was speaking there, that's destroyed my fingers. So tone bend, mute it, all the way up to a 2-tone bend, back down to pitch. You want to release that fairly slowly, I suppose, and then sustain the note with vibrato. So you're going... hit this note a bit harder, and pull off, staccato, and a tone bend. Okay, now watching him live, he tends to play this lick here. You might want to refinger it to here, to keep everything in the same position. Either way, rake into this note, pull off, pick these, slide, playing this 8th fret, that 7th with a bit of vibrato. You can either position shift for this double stop by barring your first finger, or what I prefer to do, just use my 3rd and 4th fingers. So if you feel like supporting the channel or fancy your own copy of the tabs, then head on over to patreon.com/jbfmusic. But alright, here we've got that super tasty lick from Wearing the Inside Out. This is a quick side note in terms of tone. For this one I'm on my middle pickup here. I've got my volume at about 7, which I tend to do on a Strat anyway, and I've rolled the tone down to 7 as well, 7 on kind of both 7, 8 respectively. If you think I'm anywhere near the tone, if you don't, just do your own thing and you'll probably do a better job of it. But my ramblings aside, let's just get onto the lick. We're doing a tone bend here, then mute it. Then what you want to do is return it to pitch and play it much more softly with vibrato. So that first time when you hit it, you want to hit it with a bit of force. Then when you hit the second time, really quite soft. There's a lovely dynamic playing he has in this solo. Quick grace note slides. Hit that 18th fret in between, and back down. So that by itself. Some string noise, which I've just been doing a little kind of muted scratch with. Then what might be more of a rake than a sweep. But I think Gilmour is sort of sweeping here, albeit very loosely across that 15th fret. So just kind of rolling your first finger and hitting each string with consecutive downstrokes. If you kind of mute it a bit, or let the notes ring into each other, it doesn't matter too much. It's more just to kind of get that aggression for the next bend. But yeah, after that little rake, or sweep, however you want to think of it, you're hitting that 17th fret, bend up by a semitone, add a little subtle bit of controlled vibrato, which I've not got much sustain here, so it's running out before I can get it into this slow speed I'm doing here. And this vibrato almost sounds about like 3 mini bends, so it's kind of like 1, 2, 3. Hitting the string while it's still bent, now return it to pitch. Going to mute the string and play this note. Tone bend here, mute it while it's still bent. Pick this, tone bend, then play these next 3 notes as triplets. So they'll feel a bit more rushed or kind of bluesy in terms of the timing, and just make sure to finish off with that pre-bend. So you're going, then pre-bending the note. This lets you oscillate the vibrato up and down in pitch. If you just go up to the note, you're only pulling the note up in pitch, so this gives it that real kind of singing Brian May kind of vocal quality. And that second half of the lick. Okay, so I'm going to kick off this video by saying there are incredibly heavy roadworks going on outside. I do apologise if it get picked up, but the way my scheduling is just now, I don't have an opportunity to put this off if I want to ever get around to doing this video, so apologies if you can hear it, but hopefully I'll be able to at least EQ some of it out. If you feel my pain here, you feel my sympathy, then please do consider dropping a like and a comment to show your support for the channel and the never-ending uphill struggle against that notorious recommendation system. But okay, let's break down this lick from the Comfortably Numb solo note for note and try to capture some of that Gilmour magic. We've got a grace note slide here, bouncing between these notes, then a bit of vibrato, hit this note twice, and then a tone and a half bend. More in tackling big bends with the tutorial up there with that little eye. Release that bend, pull off, pick these notes, and if you want to add a subtle bluesy bend here, go for it. You cut the note's duration short, and I've added in some string noise. So I'm just kind of hitting the string like that as a muted note. If you want to do it, it's up to you. Leave it out if you don't feel like doing it. And here's that phrase, slow and in isolation. Picking these, play behind the beat a tiny bit and try and keep the note staccato, and then slightly rush the next bit. So you have a kind of semitone or maybe even a quarter tone bend, release, pull off, and then to this note with some vibrato. Getting into some Stevie Ray Vaughan territory here, but more in his muting and trademark Texas shuffle technique with a little eye up there. You probably want your thumb over the neck for this next part to mute out the low strings, and keep your other fingers just flat enough against the strings that you can mute them out as well. Break into this note, maybe even hit a semi-harmonic, break up into this one, breaking down. You can add a tiny quarter tone bend here for more authenticity, and then pull off to this note, ending here with some vibrato. You also want to kind of rush this, ending this note here, slightly ahead of the beat. If that rake and muting stuff is sounding a bit sloppy, it might be worth giving the 10 muting tips video tutorial up there a quick look. Okay, so that was how to play those licks, but we've not really uncovered much of why they sound the way they do. You know, just what about them makes them pop and stick out. I'll be taking a deeper look at these in that video up there. So hit subscribe to keep up to date with the channel, leave any suggestions, check out the tabs on my Patreon, and enable all notifications by ringing that little bell on the side if you feel so inclined. Cheers, guys.